Oh, Hillbilly Joe, here you are. How you doing out there? All right, all right, all right. Guess where we're at? We are in South Dakota, y'all. South Dakota. Woo-hoo. And guess what? It's windy here, y'all. It's windy in South Dakota. Oh, yeah. We are in South Dakota, y'all. And this is my shadow. And I'm waving at y'all. All right, all right, all right. South Dakota, y'all. South Dakota. It's very windy and cold. 35 mile per hour winds, and we're cold, y'all. Oh, good morning, y'all. Old Hillbilly Joe here, yahoo! I'm gonna show you Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. Clear Lake, South Dakota. This is the place where I grew up as a child. I'm just sharing with you where I grew up as a child, y'all. Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. I'm going to give you a tour. I'm going to give you a tour of where I grew up here in Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. All right, all right, all right. Let's go. Here's our tour of Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. Okay, y'all. Old Hillbilly Joe here. You see my shadow? How y'all doing out there? Yahoo! All right. Here is the tour of downtown Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. Let's go. Here we go. Here. You see Mitzi's Bar and Grill, y'all. Right there is Mitzi's Bar and Grill. Over there, you see a car wash, y'all. The car wash of Clear Lake, South Dakota. Then you go over here, you got Maynard's Food Center, and this is where you go find and get your groceries, y'all. This is downtown Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. Downtown Clear Lake, South Dakota. Oh, yeah. Maynard's Food Center right over here. You got the grain elevator, y'all. Oh, yeah. Got the municipal building, y'all. All right, you got a library here, y'all. Okay, I'm not going to talk. Only a little bit I'll talk. But, you know, this is downtown Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. And this is where I grew up and spent most of my time in Clear Lake, South Dakota growing up. As you can see. It's a farm community, y'all. These are grain elevators. A grain elevator is where they take their grain and they store it. The crops that come from the fields of the farmers, and they store it up in there and they use it for later on, y'all. Oh, yeah. Downtown Clear Lake, South Dakota. Yep. I'm walking the streets of Clear Lake, South Dakota. This is where I grew up at. And, you know, the things change over time. You can see how wide. And this is called a sidewalk, y'all. You know, you look in the Philippines, and when you're living in the Philippines, now I'm going to tell you what a sidewalk actually looks like. Not a little pathway in the Philippines, y'all. You know what I'm talking about. These are real wide sidewalks, y'all. They're not tiny little sidewalks when you're walking down the street, okay? They create very wide sidewalks, y'all. And on the side of the sidewalks, you got parking spots. And this is where you can park your vehicle, y'all. Then you got this one here. This is a gourmet coffee and sandwich shop. That's where you get your sandwiches and coffee and stuff like that. There. Here is American Legion Clear Lake Community Center. This is where people get together and, you know, figure things out, you know. And this is Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. This is where old Hillbilly Joe grew up when he was younger, y'all. Oh, yeah. Here's the Trustworthy Hardware. It's where you buy your hardware store and stuff like that when you got to build. But look at the sidewalks. Look how very wide these sidewalks are. And you know what I'm talking about in the Philippines. In the Philippines, they got everything you can ever imagine in the way of a sidewalk. And the sidewalks in the Philippines are tiny, y'all. Oh, yeah. There, right? You got Clear Lake Historical Society Museum. Oh, it's a museum in Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. Oh, you see how wide these streets are? The streets are very, very wide, y'all. Yeah, very, very wide. Oh, not like in the Philippines. Your streets are not very wide at all. Look, you got Cody Kraus Construction. These people build. When you need something built, they build it for you, y'all. Oh, yeah. This is downtown Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. I'm giving you a tour. Huh? A tour of Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. A tour. Yeah. But can you imagine how wide the streets are compared to the Philippines? How clean of environment that we live in? Free of trash? We're talking free of trash, y'all. Now you see a post like they have in the Philippines, but they have very wide sidewalks. And this is the part I need you to know about, how wide the sidewalks are in the Philippines, huh? So, you got everything you can ever imagine that you would ever probably see in a small city of Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. You got a gas station down there. You got a pizza shack. You can see it, the pizza shack sign. Oh, yeah. Got the older buildings. And there you are, y'all. This is downtown Clear Lake, South Dakota. All right, I'm going to show you some other parts of Clear Lake, South Dakota where I grew up at. Hold on for a second. Okay, this is my school, Dual Public School. This is where I went to school when I was growing up, my beginning of my school time period of old Hillbilly Joe, K.I.S.S. This is where I went to school, y'all. It's changed a little bit, but that's my school. My school is right there, y'all. And in this school, this is where I began my education as old Hillbilly Joe K.I.S.S. And that's my high school. That's where I grew up. Got my education, y'all. But your education never stops after school, y'all. This is in Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. Old Hillbilly Joe, where he grew up at. K.I.S.S grew up here in Clear Lake, South Dakota, and this is the Dual County Courthouse. So it's a historical monument. This building was built in 1916, y'all. 1916, this building was constructed, and it has a lot of history to it, y'all. And if you look at it, it's got green grass, beautiful trees, and everything is all clean. And very large sidewalks, y'all. Not like in the Philippines. In the Philippines, you know what I'm talking about, sidewalks. Yeah. They grow beautiful trees. Got the American flag flying right up there. Yes, this was built in 1916. And they just celebrated in 2009, all right, or this thing here says Clear Lake 125th celebration, dedicated June 7th, 2009, to be opened in 2034. So what is this? This would be considered a time capsule, y'all. Why do I say it's a time capsule, and what is a time capsule? A time capsule is where they put something underneath this, and they say to open it in 2034. You put a whole bunch of stuff inside, and you put it in there, like different types of objects. It's like a time capsule. And what you're going to do is you're going to open it in 2034. Oh yeah, y'all, it's called a time capsule right here in front of the Dual County Courthouse that was built in 1916, y'all. I'm just showing you the green grass, all the beautiful trees, and it's very clean and free of trash. And look at the sidewalks, y'all. Now that is considered a real sidewalk, and y'all know what I'm talking about. And if you look at all the different types of housing, they're not all squashed together, y'all. The houses are spread apart. You got, your space between the houses and everything, y'all. Here's a church. It's called the First Baptist Church here in Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. Oh, it's got some history to it. You got the bell there. That's supposed to mean when you ring the bell. I don't know what they mean by a bell, but you have to go back in history of what the reason is for a big bell. Oh, y'all. Yeah, the buildings are spread apart, not like in the Philippines. In the Philippines, you're squashed together all the time, and everything is all squashed together, and you don't have any room for anything, y'all. Okay, there you go. There's a little documentary of Dual County Courthouse building built in 1916 here in Clear Lake, South Dakota. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, old Hillbilly Joe here, K.I.S.S, y'all. I'm here in Clear Lake, South Dakota, and this is a public cemetery. Okay, this is what a public cemetery looks like. The public cemetery. I'm gonna give you a tour of what a public cemetery looks like here in Clear Lake, South Dakota. A public cemetery looks completely different than the public cemeteries in the Philippines. Okay, now, the public cemetery here in Clear Lake, South Dakota, this is what it looks like, y'all. They have a headstone, and the headstones are set up where your loved ones are buried. I'm over here in Clear Lake, South Dakota during Memorial Day weekend, y'all. As you can see, you got driveways. You can drive down the road and get to your loved ones easily. And you can see how well taken care of a public cemetery is compared to what it looks like in the Philippines. The grass is cleaned up, cut down, trimmed up, and there is no trash flying everywhere in a public cemetery here in the United States of Clear Lake, South Dakota. As you can see, it's got beautiful trees. The grass is well maintained, and everything is clean and free of trash, y'all. Oh yes, this is where your loved one's final resting place. It's not destroyed. Some public cemeteries are destroyed when they get full, but this is the final resting place of where your loved ones can be visited later on, and they can call it their final resting place. Okay, old Hillbilly Joe, let's keep going. Old Hillbilly Joe K.I.S.S here at Clear Lake, South Dakota Lake. As you can see behind me, the lake of Clear Lake, South Dakota. Isn't that beautiful? That's where I'm at right now, y'all. Oh, yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful scene of the lake behind me. Oh, yeah. It's a tiny little lake, but it has trees and fish and birds. You can probably hear the birds and see the birds. This is the lake of Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. And this is where old Hillbilly Joe is at right now, y'all. The lake, you got trees. Oh, yeah. This is what the lake looks like, y'all. And that's how big the lake is. Okay? So this is what the lake looks like. Pretty small lake, but it's got fish. It's got nature. This is where I grew up. Okay, we're gonna take and get you a little closer. So you can see the view of the water. But this is Clear Lake. And in Clear Lake, South Dakota is where I grew up at, y'all. Well, we're gonna get a little closer so you can get a better view. I hope I don't fall down here. All right, let's get a little closer here. Don't get too close, I'll end up falling down, y'all. Okay, here we go. Give you a better view of the lake of Clear Lake, South Dakota. There you go. Now you see the beautiful water. There's fish in here. There's nature in here. There's birds in here. You might be able to hear the birds. Oh, yes. I spent a little bit of time here while I was growing up fishing. And this is Clear Lake of Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful blue water. Oh, yes. The trees have not got their leaves on yet because it's, the end of winter season and spring is coming here all nice. And the birds are all out. And the trees will be coming out with their leaves pretty soon. But this is the end of winter, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? Got the little waves on the lake. But your trees don't have leaves yet. The birds are out playing. Nice sunny weather. And that is Clear Lake of Clear Lake, South Dakota, y'all. Okay, old Hillbilly Joe. Till next time.